Hello and welcome to the Secret of Change vlog number 7. This is Chris here from sunny Portland at the moment. We're down in Oregon, down the west coast, and we've been filming here for a few days now. We've got some more to do before we head further south. But the last place that we've been filming since I last spoke to you was Seattle. Some fantastic stuff going on there. What's really interesting for us about Seattle is that, I mean, it's seen as quite a progressive city on the whole. You know, the people that live there are very outdoorsy types. Washington is a very outdoorsy place, and because of that, or partly to do with that, you know, the city and people within it do take issues of sustainability very seriously, perhaps more so than other American cities. So we kind of expected Seattle to have a very functioning, active transition initiative, which was not what we found. And what we actually found is that the transition initiative that had been set up there was hadn't been working really for a long time. However, through the platform, the Transition Seattle website that still exists there, they have a lot of links to other sustainability initiatives in the area that are doing a similar thing, but, you know, under a different banner, so to speak. So we've been visiting them. We've been with Sustainable West Seattle. We've spoken to people from Sustainable Northeast Seattle, and also people from a group called Alley Cat Acres, all doing fantastic things. Alley Cat Acres are part of a community farming group which encourage private and public land to be used for growing food in the city, which is becoming increasingly important, and we're seeing city after city that we visit now that this is an issue that has been taken seriously and that is starting to become a growing trend. So we hope to see that continue, and as ever, there'll be more about this in the eventual documentary. We also were with Sustainable West Seattle, which are looking at alternative forms of transport. We've been cycling around West Seattle on e-bikes, courtesy of Stu from the bike shop there. We have been looking at tool libraries where we're seeing the emergence of share economies, as it's been referred to. You know, do we need to own everything, or can we actually pool in and use a lot of what each other need at different times, like you would a book in a library? Lots more fantastic stuff going on, but I think the key kind of takeaway for us from Seattle is that you know, the transition initiative had set up there. It had worked for a while. It had done some great work initially, and put together energy reduction plans and things like this, which have been spread and used in other places, but it hadn't worked in the end. It had fizzled out, and there'll be more about why that happened in the Secret of Change documentary coming out this winter. However, there is loads of things going on. There is loads of initiatives doing fantastic things, and perhaps there is a need for transition there in some aspect, but perhaps it's different to what we've seen in other places. In Vancouver, for example, there had been a really, there's again a really active kind of green movement, sustainability movement there. Transition was working there fantastically in combination with other projects that exist in their own right, and having set up projects complete by themselves. So what we're starting to see, and this is something that I will explain more with regard to Portland, where we are now as well, is that it's not, you know, is it necessary to have the banner transition above the doorway of sustainability initiatives that take on this model or that use elements of this model? Perhaps not. I mean, Rob Hopkins himself, when I spoke to him, for any of you who don't know, Rob Hopkins is one of the key founders of the transition movement. When we spoke to him a few months ago, he said the same thing. You know, a lot of the projects that exist that are doing fantastic work don't, you know, call themselves or even refer to themselves as transition. So it's really interesting for us. We are continuing with this theme in Oregon as well, because we're finding something similar, which I'll go into more detail about at another point. So that's where we are at the moment. I'm sorry that I haven't got a fantastic view of Portland behind me. There is one just over the hill there, but unfortunately there's a few too many people around and I get a little bit self-conscious. So I thought I'd take myself off into the woods to do this. Where are we going next? In fact, on Friday we are heading down to Eugene, which is a couple of hours south of here. It's a slightly smaller town, the second largest town, however, in Oregon. And we are going to be attending the Northwest Permaculture Convergence. If you don't know what permaculture is, I suggest you go and take a look and look it up. It's a very interesting area indeed. We're going down there to meet with people, network, to film and to find out what's happening in the Eugene area, and indeed more of the Pacific Northwest that we haven't been able to film at so far, and to see if there's any correlation with the transition initiatives that are working in the area also. So we are still on a hectic schedule. There's loads going on. I hope you're still following our story and keeping in touch with what it is we're doing. As ever, if you've got any questions, please get in touch. You can drop us a line in the comments below here, or you can contact us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, you name it. We're there, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.